In this video, I'm going to show you all types of conversion in Python. Hello everyone, my name is Damario Sujono. I'm a full-time data analyst and content creator. Welcome to my tutorial about Python for beginners. Keep in mind that this is for a beginner level, and in this video you will learn about 3 types of conversion. Without further ado, let's jump into the video. Alright, so by the way, I'm using replit.com. So this is a free website where you can learn about Python. You just need to sign up and then you can play and write a code in Python. As I said before, there are 3 types of data. We have what we call Booleans, and then a string, and then a number. So the reason why we need type of conversion, because there are times where you want to convert the value from, let's say, from integer to a string or a string to integer, etc. So let's say, for example, I want to use input function here. Let's say I want to say input and then let's say please enter your birth year, for example, and then I put a variable called birth year equal. Alright, and then I want to calculate an age of the user based on the birth year. Then I will say age equal to, this year is 2023 minus birth year here. Then I want to print the value age, or the variable age. Then what happened is, if I run this program, then okay, please enter your birth year. I would say 46, for example. Oops, the program throws an error. Why? If we look at the comment, so type of error, unsupported operands types for integer and string. So it means that this line here makes the program failed, because what we want to do is we want to subtract the integer with a string. This is not working in Python. So what we need to do is we need to convert this birth year into an integer. There are various ways where you can convert to integer. One option that I want to show you is that integer, open bracket, and then close bracket here. So let's run the program again. Please enter your birth year. I would say 1946. And then here, the program runs smoothly. Why? Because now we convert the birth year from string into an integer here. The other way that I want to show you is that you can also put it not here but here. So let's say we want to have an integer input, then don't forget to close the bracket. Let's run the program again. 1946. Right, so this is a second option where you want to convert the data from string to an integer. Okay, so we already covered an integer. Yeah, and I'll put it here. Integer, open bracket, close bracket. So another build function that available in Python is called floating. So float. Okay, too much A. Open bracket, close bracket. So floating point number in Python is a number with a decimal point. So let's say you have 12 and 12.8. So this 12 is an integer, but this 12.8 is a floating number because it's a decimal number. Right, so we have integer, we have float. Another function is called Boolean. Bool, open bracket, close bracket. So, yeah. We have integer, float, and Boolean. Finally, we have class function str, open bracket, close bracket. This is where you want to convert a value to a string data types. These are built function. So integer, float, Boolean, and string, these are built-in function for converting the types of our variables. Okay, so I'll give you one of the example. Let's say I want to create a small program that makes a user input two number, and then in the end we're gonna sum both number together. So let's say I want to create a variable first. Input, let's say please enter your first number, and then second input, please enter your second number. Right, then we're gonna sum. We want to sum both together, like first plus second, and then we want to print the value, of course, sum. Okay, right, then let's run the program. Please enter your first number. I want to say 12, and then 50. Wait, why this one is not sum? We're not adding the value. The reason why we have this value 1250, 1250, is because this 12 and 50 is a string number. As I said earlier in the video, that input, whenever you put this function input, it will return a string value. So this one will return, let's say 12, and the second will return 50. And then the sum here is a concatenation of 12 and 50. So in order to make the formula runs correctly, we need to convert this value into an integer. So we can do, what we can do is like we can do integer, open bracket, close bracket for first, and then integer, open bracket and close bracket, and then let's run this program again. 12 and 50. Voila, now we have the value 60 here in the program. So this is one of the example where the user can input integer value in the program, and we assign it to a formula, and then we get the value. However, let's say I want to input a floating number. Okay, let's do that again. Okay, let's say I want to Let's say I want to have 12.6 and 10.7. Oops, the program shows an error. Why? Because the number that we input in the program is a floating number. However, in the code, we do not specify it as a floating number. We should specify it as an integer number. So so what we need to do is to change the integer into a floating number. So we can remove the integer and then change it to float, and then sum again. So let's run this program. Okay, let's say 12.1 and then 10.4, 20.4. So right, then the program runs smoothly. What I mean is that it is now be able to sum a floating number 12.1 and 20.4. This one here. But let's see, I want to, another example, another variation of this exercise is I want to put some string whenever the program sum the number. So in order to do that, we need to put sum here, sum, and then plus here. Alright, let's do that. Okay, I want to say 12.1 and 15.3. Oh, the program throws an error. Why? It's because print can only concatenate a string and not a float. So as you can see, the sum here is a float number. And then to make things work, to make the program work perfectly, is that we need to convert the floating number here into a string. Again, there are various ways where you can do that. So what I normally do is I put in the print, let's say str, open bracket and close bracket here. Let's do that again, run the program again, 12.1 and 14.3. Good, now the program runs smoothly. As you can see, all the floating number that we input, the program sum effectively 26.4, including a string that we added in the beginning sum. Okay, all right, so this is one of the example of, let's say, how to convert it, how to convert integer to a string, integer to a floating number, etc. Another last example that I want to show you guys is how to convert from a string to a Boolean. So let me remove all of them. Okay, so let's say, for example, I want to create a variable called answer. It's equal to bool, and then I want to say input. Do you want to quit? Something like that. And then I want to print answer. Okay, right, let's run the program. Do you want to quit? I would say yes. It's true. So to convert a string to a Boolean, so the way it works is that any value entered by the user, the Boolean will consider it as a true. But if let's say I don't want to input anything, I just press enter directly, for example. So do you want to quit? I don't want to fill anything, just press enter, and then it will show false. Why? Because it's an empty value, that's why. So this is also one of the example how you convert a string to a Boolean. Of course, there's a various way where you can implement this method, but what I want to say is that this is one of the key important knowledge when you want to learn Python as a beginner level type of string. So you convert integer to a string or etc. And I'm pretty sure you will use this one almost in every program. So yeah, I think this pretty much it. I hope you can learn something from this video. Smash the like button if you like this video. You can share it to your friends who wants to learn Python. And if you have any question, don't hesitate. Just leave a comment below and I will answer your question. Okay, then thank you very much for your time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.